This is Rubbin Minds. We just finished reviewing some of the major headlines that we had in the course of the week. But of course, let's move on to the discourse for today. We'll be talking about internet trolling. We all know that this is the social media age, and a lot of people hide behind their keypads and tweets, Instagram, Snapchat, or go on Facebook and write certain things that are hurtful to other people. Now, trolling, the act of trolling in itself is simply, in a layman's term, when a human being, like you and I, hides behind a keypad and says certain things with the sole aim of making the other person feel bad. And to discuss the issue of internet trolling today on the show, I have a content creator. She is no other than Badmos Falilat. And of course, I also have a social media influencer, Joshua Ibiroba. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Falilat.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
All right. Joshua, how do you feel?
I feel good. Thanks for having me here.
Fantastic. So let's get straight into it. Can you explain what internet trolling is?
Internet trolling is the act whereby other social media users come and say awful things for the sole aim of getting an emotional reaction from the other person. So there are some people that come online, tweet, comments, awful things, sometimes false, just to get an emotional reaction from the other person.
Why do people do this?
For attention.
Attention?
Yes.
Okay. Ibrahim?
Yeah, for me, I would say a troll, an internet troll, to be precise, is someone that intentionally comes online and probably tweets, posts, maybe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, tweets an inflammatory stuff. It could be political, it could be an attack towards a celebrity, it could be anybody. So the person doesn't really come like, okay, I want to tweet something sensible. He has an aim, okay, let me just be a nuisance to a particular topic going on. So that is just one internet troll. It doesn't have anything sensible to say concerning a discussion.
So, Joshua, you're a social media influencer.
Yeah.
And I know you've been doing this for a number of years now.
Yeah, sure.
We're trying to understand the reason why people do the things they do. Now, you've made us understand that it's sometimes because of attention, but let's try and understand the psychology behind the troll himself or herself. Does it come from a place of perhaps lack of confidence? What exactly? Let's understand the psychology. What makes people, aside from attention, what makes people do what they do?
Yeah, like you said, I would say lack of confidence is one of it. Then secondly, a lot of people just find joy in trolling because they know, okay, if I tweet at Buhari, if I tweet at Timi Dakolo, if I tweet at Davido, nothing is going to happen. Nobody's going to do anything to me. So they don't mind, they don't care whatever they say. They just, okay, let me also use the power I have. It's a keyboard, nobody knows my face, nobody says this and that. And that's why you see, just anybody talks down on anybody on social media, post a lot of nonsense and all. So, and again, some people hide under that guise that, okay, if I tweet something funny, something that is not meaningful, but then people would not fact check, people would not verify that, is this true or not? People just retweet, like, so that moment you feel like, oh, I'm a star, I'm this, I have 500 retweets, I have 10,000 shares on Facebook. So I believe you getting engagements, posting something that is not meaningful, but let me say it is funny, would make you feel like a star.
Okay, we'll get back to the engagements. And we'll also talk about the recent Instagram updates, what Instagram is trying to do, trying to take away,
likes on
likes
Instagram,
and all of that. We'll get back to that. But Badmos, we noticed that most people that troll would always create a fake account on social media just for the purpose of trolling. Why would they want to have a private account?
Because these days, when people troll with their own personal accounts that you can trace them to, it's not just internet again. People now find each other offline to go and deal with each other. So when they hide behind a fake account, they can easily take it down any day they want without anybody tracing it down. And where there is no fast technology whereby you can trace an IP address to be able to meet the person that is over the fake account. I think that's one of the major reasons why people are hiding behind the fake accounts.
So in the world where everybody's living for the gram, everybody's living for the likes, just like you said, for the retweets, how do we deal with this internet trolling issue?
The major thing that you can use in dealing with internet trolling is ignoring.
Okay.
They will say something that one of the things that.
Oh, you mean our Nobel laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka?
Yeah, according to Wole Soyinka, he said, youth these days, they are very fast to come on internet to talk about what they are most ignorant about. And looking at it, when you see people making comments, tweeting about a lot of things, you see that they have no idea about it. But because they have this smartphone, they feel that, yeah, they can tweet and talk about anything without anybody coming back to come and check on them.
So at what point does it become trolling? Because you could make certain comments that other people do not agree with, because as far as I'm concerned, in this world, we might never agree on anything. Yeah. We would always have two sides of the divide. Sure. So at what point does it become trolling? At what point would you write something and it ceases to become a comment to being a troll? At what point? What is the line? What is the thin line?
There is what we call critics, whereby you are giving a balance for a work. When there's a good work, there's actually going to be a flaw to it. And when the flaw point out it's coming insulting, then I'll call it trolling. When there is a personal attack to the person that you are trying to make that critics to, then it's already trolling and no longer a critic.
Joshua, what is the thin line between a comment and a trolling? And a troll, rather?
Yeah, like you said, when you're talking about issues, probably it could be politics, it could be based on probably a finding on the internet or someone's personal life, and you're moving away from the issue on ground. Okay, let me use this example. Okay, you're asked to work for, as a social media influencer, you're asked to work for a politician, and you're meant to be showcasing your candidate's work, probably if he has held any office before, or if he has ruled, if he has presided over maybe a personal business before. And instead of you to probably be showcasing his achievements, this is what he has done, this is what Mr. ABC has done, when he comes in, he will do more, he has done this, this is his track record. And you are now attacking, you are now going to the opposition, the opponent, and saying, this person is this, this year ago he did this, and it might not even be true. That is the funny thing. Okay. So I believe, aside from the person now becoming a troll, is also a disseminator of fake news. Because most times when people troll, it's not true. Because at times someone can just come and say, I was working on a campaign recently, and somebody just came online and tweeted something about the school feeding program, to be precise.
Okay.
And the person said, he posted a picture and said, this is the food they are giving students now.
Yeah, I remember that viral
blah,
picture.
Blah, blah. And because now, thank God for technology, you can do a Google reverse search on Google and LabNull, anywhere. And we just did a Google reverse image, and it was showing that the picture originated from a school in Ghana, not in Nigeria. And people came out and asked him that, okay, excuse me, sir, can you provide the name of the school, the name of the local government that this took place? And he went mute. So he has moved away from the real issue on ground that, okay, even if you want to criticize the school feeding program, that is this, is that, at least try to be factual, not
have evidence.
Yes, have credible evidence, not you just coming online to troll because you want the. And funny enough, I don't know, we tend to like troll comments in Nigeria especially. You see someone just, like that tweet I was talking about, the person had over 500, 600 retweets, probably a lot of quotes and all, and it would have spilled through to Instagram, Facebook, because I don't think Nigerians understand the bad thing behind trolling and fake news.
Okay.
Because, for another example,
yeah.
there was a time one current pointblanknews.com posted something online that Lai Mohammed wants to told Israel something, blah, blah.
Oh, yes,
and
that's Lai Mohammed
all of a sudden,
threatened
it started trending. Everybody started saying,
Israel.
Nigeria, this and that. Do you have the power to face Israel? Do you have the power to do this?
So that was also fake news.
And when you go and check when this website was created, probably a few weeks ago, that is the painful thing. But then we just say, okay, because I don't like this person. When you are trolling, most times that we see all these trolls, it's probably because you don't like the person personally. So you see a lot of people saying, they don't even want to know where the news came from. Once they can see the headline saying, Mr. Lagbaja did this, this is my enemy.
Yeah.
Yes, they did put it up.
Okay.
And you see it trending. That's the painful thing.
Okay. We're going to get to fake news and how we're going to deal with fake news. But Falilat, he made a statement. He said that in political Twitter, if I would use that word, you just did a campaign for a particular politician, like you mentioned. I've noticed that the two sides of the divide, that is the standard format for tweeting. So you see a political party tweeting things about the other political party. So apparently, if we are to go by his definition, it means we have a lot of trolls online. If I'm going to go into specifics, we all know that Renaud Mokri and our able FFK rather, Femi Fani-Kayode, they are very Twitter savvy. So what do you have to say about political Twitter? How would you rather the people that represent our politicians, how would you prefer them to tweet? How would they tweet without, tweeting against the other party and still pass their message across?
Thank you. I think that in an argument, hearing from both sides should be the major thing. Not only hearing from the both sides, but you can actually come into common ground without having to spill blood.
Okay.
And the spill blood is when I'm talking about.
It's figurative.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is hurtful words. You can actually oppose the other party without having to go all dirty, because I see every time on the internet when other party are not in support of the other party, they go as far as take the personal information of the person involved just to bring it on the timeline, just for them to troll him, not the party now. They are trolling the personal person, the personality behind that party.
But what happens when they write the comments with facts and figures and statistics?
Like I said earlier, when you have a counter opinion to yours and you think, and it's becoming hurtful, because we can't say that they're perfect. The ruling party, the past party, nobody's perfect. We all have our own downsides. And when you think that your downside is being pointed out, you have two options. The option is either you ignore or you come out clean, like, okay, you've come out at a fat position here, and we are going to work towards making it better. But if you think that you don't have the capacity to make it better, or you don't have intention of making it better, and you don't want to lie, it's just best to ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about fake news. Joshua, you made mention of fake news. How do we deal with fake news in this time and age?
Actually, most of the fake news we get nowadays happens on social media. BBC there was an article they published last year. I think the heading was kill, share, I can't remember the last word, but it was based on a lot of the attacks that happened in the North Central.
All right.
That was not even the herdsmen and farmer clashes now, like just ethnic clashes.
So how do we deal with it?
Over the time.
In one sentence, how do we deal with it? Because we really need to go on a break now.
Yeah, I would say on social media, we now have apps that you can use to fact-check fake news. I think even in Nigeria now we have
fact-checking.
We have a fact-checking organization that deals with fake news.
Thank you so very much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure. I know that this topic is something that would have to exhaust later on, but of course, we hopefully would have you back. All right, guys, keep it locked down. This is Rubbin Minds.